checking out Ivey Farms, which is a Goodall Homes development. Let's go drive around and check it out. All right, so from Kingston Pike, this is heading west. I am turning into the Ivey Farms subdivision. Now there's a little bit like of a slow roll entrance is what I call it. So there are some townhouses here, which we're actually going to be looking at the single family homes in Ivey Farms. So Ivey Farms is all of this to the left. So we are going to come inside and check it out. So in terms of what you are seeing, so right now essentially Ivey Farms is basically these two roads. Eventually it's going to be all this green area that you are seeing. Let me not run through the median, by the way. The build out at the time of this video, so right now it's late March 2024, build out is said to be 3.5 to 5 years. So just want to point that out to you. This house right here is going to be the new model home. They've got some updated finishes and a little bit of changes. So for example, if you go to the original model home, you will see a stacked stone fireplace. I think they can no longer get those materials, so the fireplaces, for example, will be different. Here is your clubhouse and pool, which is so nice. This house to the right is the current model home. Pretty much everything on this street is completed. So how this works is different lots have different floor plans. And Goodall, this is the builder. So Ivey Farms is a Goodall Homes property or Goodall Homes development. But Goodall essentially puts together the package. So it's more or less a spec house in the sense that you are not making any customizations to the property. Notice you've got a 3-car garage here. You've got the majority of these are 2-car garage. Notice as well the greenway right there to the right. So here we see full pretty much build out of this road. So this was kind of the very first phase. This is Baltica Lane within Ivey Farms. And again, just want to point out, so if you go to the Goodall Homes website, you're going to see kind of different styles. And you know, that's got one characteristic. You've got different options when it comes to the hardy siding. Some are all brick, which I think is the traditional or colonial, I can't remember, but like that's an all brick and stone one, which is different than like this guy right here. As you can see, it's got like a different vibe. So again, there is the pool house. So eventually this road will also be houses. They are not selling lots there as of yet. There may be 2 lots up there that you could get. But as I said, essentially what you do is pick the floor plan that you want, and then there will be lots according to that floor plan. So it's not like you pick the lot and then pick the floor plan. The floor plan is going to dictate where the house sits. So these properties, some of them are sold, some of them are not yet sold, but all finishes have already been chosen by Goodall, by the builder. So again, this is not a custom home situation. You are not able to make choices. And so eventually as well, these are all lots that would be properties. Some of them do back up to common green space. Others are just, you know, backing up to other houses. So when you're looking at the overall lots, like these over here are going to back up to the woods, whereas these over here are eventually going to back up to houses on the next street over. So kind of just give you an idea. Another thing to keep in mind is if you're thinking, oh, well, you know, maybe I want a view or I want to back up to common space, is if you look at the overall layout or plat map for the neighborhood, you're going to see where it says open space. You're going to see greenway. And then you can also see how the lots back up to each other. So for example, if you're thinking I want a view, then maybe you're waiting for one of these lots up here because the back of them will have a mountain view, which this camera, every time I try to show a mountain view in here, it doesn't do it justice. But you can also see over there to the left, you've got another paved out street. So again, 3.5 to 5 years is potential build out time when it comes to Ivey Farms. Price point, you're looking at the 700s currently right now at the time of making this video. And of course that's going to depend on the floor plan that you get, but they do not, again, I want to emphasize this, you are not able to customize what they do, but Goodall They make beautiful homes, great choices, very well thought out in terms of the inside, the finishes. So yeah, that is Ivey Farms, just the beginning of it, obviously. So we will watch progress as we go, but just wanted to give you an idea of what is Ivey Farms all about. All right, so this is the Goodall Homes website. What you want to do is if you scroll down, you're going to see Knoxville area homes, and this is going to take you straight to Ivey Farms. So if you click on that, this is a really good way to just get information in general about the neighborhood, the like what's available, etc. So a couple things to note. You've got the sales center that exists, which is the model home. And then you can see on the map, it'll show you like where that is exactly. And you can see that it's in the neighborhood. So that's cool. That's the model home. And then you will schedule either with your agent, like with me, or with the rep for Ivey Farms for Goodall Homes. A couple things you see that there's schools, and then you can scroll down and you've got some examples of floor plans, etc. You also have, right now, these are the current model home. At the time of making this video, it's April 2024. The new model home is in the process of being built because there's a couple things like in this model home that you're not going to see in some of the newer stuff. So finishes are super top notch, but for example, they're not doing this cabinetry anymore where it's this stair step. And then there's a number of different things, but like this fireplace, for example, this stone, they're not doing that anymore. I think it was like a supply issue. But anyway, so there's some changes for things that this would typically be the finishes that you're going to see in a house like this kind of high-end level, but the model home, they're changing it a little bit in the new one. So just want to tell you that. But overall, like the quality of stuff, the aesthetic, the things you see is very true to what they are creating. So that's cool. And then you've also got like this one, you can do a 360 tour to walk through the house. This is showing you where exactly this is located down here. So you're very far west. And then also you've got the plat map. So in terms of, it should say on here when this was last updated. For example, the one that I have, this one, the latest one I had was from the end of March. So this is definitely updated because there's things on here like these are currently available, and then these are to be built pre-sale. So they're selling these now, these lots. And so all of these are specific plans, and they can tell you like what floor plan is going on that, and then what style. Because if you look at if you go to their brochure, you can see that it's kind of got similar stuff, but essentially you've got the different types of kind of houses. These are the different floor plans, the maple, the ash, etc. But this is just giving you an idea of here are the floor plans that you can expect, and they all have different, like there is a, for example, Craftsman farmhouse and colonial. The farmhouse is in all white. So anyways, this is kind of giving you an idea about the floor plans, but then some of them are going to be the colonial style, which is more all brick. Some of them are going to be the traditional. So anyways, that's just something to know about the outside. But on the website, you can kind of see the different floor plans that exist in the community. So that's just kind of giving you an idea of what you can expect. But first of all, go drive through and see if you like it, see if you like the location. And then also, one I wanted to also show you, when you look at the plat map, that, for example, think about what kind of yard you're wanting. Like, what are you wanting it to back up to? So for example, these lot 145, lot 144, lot 143, they all back up to an open space. Whereas like these lots are backing up to other houses. Now this is a slight hill. I don't want to call it a hill. It's very smooth, but I think that some of the houses on the back on this row here, and like probably these, definitely I think the ones on this, like the back of these are going to have a nice like far off mountain view, like towards the back of the lot, because this is just like on a slight incline. And then also notice like you've got your clubhouse and pool area as well. So current model is here, new model is there. So build out about 3.5 to 5 years as of March of 2024. So just some things about the Ivey Farms website, what you can do there, and then you've got your interactive floor plans. But this is also good to kind of see what is the aesthetic like that they are doing the finishes with. And I think they're very nice finishes for something that you're not making any choices, any selections on. All the selections they make for you. So I think it's nice to see what they do in the model home because the selections and choices are really nice. So that is the Goodall Homes website. Okay, quick and dirty overview of Ivey Farms. So first of all, Ivey Farms is built by Goodall Homes. There are 5 floor plans. I want to emphasize a couple things about this to you. Goodall Homes, Ivey Farms, these are not custom homes. The choices are made for you. There are no choices you're going to be making. So I want to emphasize that. They are very nicely done. If you go to the model home, you can see that. For a spec house where you're not able to pick customize things, they are very nice homes. Again, 5 floor plans, and you've got 3 exteriors. You've got a colonial, a traditional, and a farmhouse. And I'm 99.999% sure those are correct. I can't fact check that, so these are from my notes. So there are 3 different styles. My point in saying that is you've got 5 floor plans with 3 different like exterior styles. So the idea is, you know, Ivey Farms, Goodall Homes, the builder, they don't want every house to be identical. But you could have 2 of the same floor plans next to each other, but they've got different exteriors. So just want to point that out to you. And those floor plans and exteriors, if you're looking at a house that's currently listed in the photos, those features will be provided. If you're not seeing them, reach out to your agent, reach out to me or the rep at Ivey Farms. So I want to point that out to you. Also want to point out to you, when you talk with them, they'll say there's no need for these customizations because we're already doing the top of the top. So when they say that, what does that mean? So you've got quartz or granite on your fireplace. They used to do a stack stone, which you see in the current model home as of April 2024. I don't think that product is any longer available, so now it's a quartz or granite surround. You've got main level crown molding, under cabinet lighting, main level hardwoods, carpets upstairs, quartz countertops. You've got raised and elongated toilets, appliances or Frigidaire, no refrigerator, but a built-in microwave. Again, that's at the time of making this video. So essentially what happens is when you are ready to reserve a lot, you do the Goodall Homes contract. You have a 2% deposit and then a $500 earnest money deposit. This is non-refundable. And then also they have a preferred lender. When you get under contract, you're gonna have to show proof of funds. So that's either gonna be a bank statement with cash or a lender pre-approval. Goodall Homes, Ivey Farms, they have a preferred lender, and when you work with that lender, there are certain incentives, and those are typically changing out every month. So depending on when you are wanting to get under contract, there's gonna be a certain incentive that you're gonna get by working with their preferred lender. Some people take big issue with that, but no one is out to get you. Yes, people are wanting to make money. It is a business, right? But in general, a lot of times builders are requiring a certain lender, or they want a pre-approval at a minimum from a lender because they trust that lender, they have a working relationship with that lender. And sometimes, like in the midst of all the craziness of 2021 and 2022, there was just a rush of pre-approval letters from all over the place, and maybe some of them weren't as legitimate as others, I should say. So what has resulted is you're seeing builders that they're wanting at least a letter from their preferred lender. You don't have to necessarily use that lender, but they are providing incentives if you do. So I want to point that out to you as well. So right now, if you were to go to Ivey Farms, you're going to see available properties. You can also search by subdivision if you're looking on Zillow, looking on Realtor.com. You can search by area, by subdivision on Ivey Farms and see what is listed. Again, I want to emphasize to you, these are not custom homes. You're not making any changes. What you see is what you get. Really, when it comes to how to customize or what makes it different, how could I make it so that I wanted it, is the main thing is if you are specifically wanting a lot that backs up to an open space, or that's right next to, like they've got walkways through the neighborhood, or maybe you want a lot that's closer to the pool or whatever, that's probably going to be the most choices you have. And then of course, if you decide you want a certain floor plan and you want it in the colonial style, then that's going to give you a certain exterior, maybe brick versus white hardy board. So those are some options you have, but it's really, I would say, find your floor plan and then see what lots are available based on that. Certainly drive through. Obviously you saw me driving through, so you've got that at least, but have your agent, have me, have whoever you're working with drive through for you if you're not able to come in town. So just some thoughts on that. Again, pricing up to $850 as we speak currently. And again, want to emphasize, I know that I've said this 10 times, there are no customizations. it is what it is. But I also want to tell you that for a builder, their choices, I mean, there are beautiful homes. When you walk in, you're like, wow, this is really nice. So anyways, that is a quick and dirty overview of Ivey Farms. Again, the builder is Goodall Homes. Check out the website. If you have questions, as always, you can always reach out to me. This video is specifically about Ivey Farms. Check out my Saddlebrook new construction currently going on in Farragut also. That's Meadows on McPhee and the Grove at Boyd Station are a couple other videos I have on new construction right now happening in Farragut, in the Farragut area. All right, that's all for Ivey Farms. Let me know your questions. Let me know if you want some information. I've got you. I'm Haley Jones. I'll see you next time.